Hello guys, today we will see the Leetcode problem number 3714, which is longest balance substring. This is part 2. Let's see what the question says. You are given a string S consisting only of the characters A, B and C are there in the string S, and we have to find out the substring of S is called balanced if all the distinct characters in the substring appears the same number of times. Okay, if all the characters which are present in the substring are occurring same number of times, so that substring can be said as a balanced substring, and we have to return the length of the longest balanced substring. Okay, so we have to find out any of the longest balanced substring. Okay, so let's see the constraint. So constraints are the length of the substring can be up to 10 to the power 5. So okay, so it is given that A, B and C, only these three characters are present. So if there is a 10 to the power 5 length of the string, so when we apply n square rule, so it goes up to the 10 to the power 10. Okay, sorry, 10 to the power 10, so which cannot be possible for our constraints, and so that's why we cannot apply the here n square rule. So that's why we can go in n log n or n. Okay, n log n, or we can go in the n also. So I cannot find any of the n the solution which can run in log n time complexity, but yes, we will discuss the solution which will run in n log n time complexity. Okay, let's see what our approach is. Okay, let's see the first example, which is A, B, B, A and C. Okay, it is given to us, and now how we will solve this, how we will find out the longest substring which is having the count of all the characters will be equal. Okay, so firstly we will count the characters, the count of the characters. Okay, A count, B count and then C count. Okay, so we will firstly calculate their counts. Okay, so the count of this A will be now 1 1 1 2 2. Okay, so prefix count we will take, then we have 0 1 2 2 2 0 0 0 0 and 1. Okay, now this is our count. Now what we will do, okay, after this we will firstly figure out that if we have, okay, let's see, if we have, for other example, if we have A and B, so we can say that here in this substring, this will be the largest substring which is having all the characters which are present in that substring. The count of that characters is equal, means only A is present and A is having the 3 as a count. Okay, and if we take this also, so B having the count 1. Okay, so that's why here the B is not satisfying the condition. Okay, so that's why this cannot be the longest substring, this can be the longest substring. So firstly, by taking this into consideration, so we can firstly identify that by considering A only, by considering B only, and by considering C only. Okay, so firstly we will traverse whole array and we will consider only the A. Okay, only A. Okay, only A or only B or only C. Okay, so we just only initially have to find out the how many continuous A's are present there, continuous B's are present there, and continuous C's. And if here is B and C, this much is present here. Okay, so firstly this will be the longest substring. Okay, but on the other way, okay, if this is not like this, okay, yes, okay, now this can be the longest substring. Now this can be the longest substring. Okay, but on the other way, if we consider A and B both, if we consider A and B both, so we can get this as the longest substring. Okay, because A count is 2 and B count is also 2 here. Okay, so that's why. Now if we consider if we consider now B and C, so what will be the longest substring we will get? Okay, so if we consider B and C, so this will be the longest substring we will get this. Okay, for length 4. Okay, so this can be the longest substring for B and C only, if we consider B and C only. Then, and after taking A, B and C, all three of them, so we will have yes, this from A to this C. Okay, this can be the where A is equal to 2, B is equal to 2 and C count is also equal to 2. So all three of them characters, their count is 2. So and our total longest substring length can be 6, and 6 we can return as an answer. Okay, so by this we can make an intuition that we have to firstly find out for only A by considering only A, by considering only B and by considering only C. After that we will figure out the longest substring for A and B. Okay, after that A and B. Okay, so what we have to find out, I will write it here, that we have to consider only for A, sorry, okay, only for A, only for B, only for C. Okay, after that we have to consider A, B, then we have to consider all the pairs. Okay, A, B and B, C can be there, and A, C can be also there. Okay, and after that the only remains is that A, B and C. Okay, okay, so this much of the combinations we have to find out the substring with this combinations. Okay, now how we will do this? Okay, so we will now come here where we have find it out all the prefixes of A, B and C count. Okay, now for finding out the only A. Okay, so for finding out only A, we can run a for loop and for individual one. Okay, so for only A, for only B and for only C, so we can come here okay, so if we have this, so we can discuss it here. Okay, now if we want only A, B, B and AC. Okay, so now for containing only A, only B or only C, so for that we can take a count. Okay, so this count variable will be initialized with 1. Okay, not 1, with the 1. Okay, yes, with the 1. Okay, so firstly our character, our that pointer will be pointing to this 0th index, and then if that is equal to, we will initialize it with this index. Okay, 1th index. Okay, if this one is equal to this, okay, previous index, so character which is present on the previous index, so we will do the count plus plus if they are equal. Otherwise we will do the count is equal to 1. Okay, and we will update our max answer. Okay, we can update our answer with the count. Okay, we will update our answer with the count also. Okay, so by this you can get the idea that firstly we will see if A is there only, and after that the count here will be 1, here will be 1. If this is equal to the previous character, so there the count will be our 2. Okay, after this is not equal to not equal to the previous character, so that's why our count here will be 1. After this character is not equal to the previous character, so that's why our count is again gets 1. Okay, so here the maximum count will be 2. So that's why for only A or B or C, A, B or C, we have the maximum count as a 2. Okay, so now after getting this, now we will move towards A B B C and AC. Okay, so this all three combinations we will find out now. Okay, so for these combinations we will move towards this our prefixes. Okay, now for this if we consider A and B only A and B and B and C and A and C. So now what we have here, if we consider A and B, okay, if we consider A and B, so here we have that A and B, so we will consider it in a map. Okay, and we will store their differences. Okay, so if A and B are here, okay, so here this can be considered as a and B, this can be the considered as a longest substring which is containing only A and B. Okay, so here C is not containing anywhere. Okay, if C is present here, so it will also be possible. Okay, now so for this, if we have if we want to know the longest substring with only A and B, so the count of C here should be equal to the count of C here at this place. Okay, before that substring. Okay, so the count should be same there. Okay, so we have to find out the substring where C count is equal to the substring before. Okay, so the previous count here, the C count is 0 and C count is 0. Okay, and before this also, okay, sorry, we will start it from 0th index and this will be starting from the 1th index. Okay, so we will initialize here. Okay, yes, now we will initialize it with 0 0 0. Okay, so now the count of this C here is equal to the count of C here. Okay, so in this way we can find out this A and B. Okay, now again, but the differences between them should be also be equal, means the A and B count should also be there, should be equal. Okay, means now the difference between the A and B means firstly we will calculate the difference between A and B. So the difference between A and B is now difference between A and B. So we will calculate here the A minus of B, A minus of B. Okay, so the A minus of B will represent 0 1 0. Okay, and here is will be the minus 1 and 0, and here also is 0. Okay, so now where we got this 0. Okay, so now here at this position we have 0, A minus of B is equal to 0, and here also A minus of B equal to 0. So there we can got the intuition that we have to find out for finding out the substring which is containing only A and B. So we have to store in the map the pair of A minus of B and the count of C. Okay, count of C. So if this present, so we will consider it as a ith index, and if it is not present, so we will consider it as we will overwrite this as a ith index. We will store that their indexes. Okay, and if it is already present, if already present, so we will calculate the, means that here also we have the pair, containing, which is containing that okay, a minus of b, which is a minus of b is 0, and the count of c is also 0. So this is containing here, and here also a minus of b is equal to 0 and count of c is also 0. So here the first occurrence of this pair, so we will assign them as a index, zeroth index, sorry, not the 0th index, we will assign it as a 1th index, minus 1th index. Okay, minus 1th index. Okay, now we are here at the index position is 0 1 2 3. Okay, third index position. Now we are at the third index position where we got again the same pair. So now for this, if it is already present in the map, so we will calculate the distance between them. Okay, so 3 minus of -1 means we will get 4 as the longest substring which is present where the only A and B are present, not the C. Okay, so in this way we will do it for all of them, means for the so we have done for the AB. Okay, then we will do it for BC, and then we will do it for AC. Okay, so we have to make these 3 maps. Okay, now after this we also have to make it for A, B and C. So for A, B and C, for by taking all into consideration, so we can do like we can make a map which will store the pair of A minus of B and B minus of C. So this can also work, or you can also or it can be possible that you can also use MP of A minus of C, A minus of B or A minus of C. So you can do this as well. Okay, so you can do any of them. Okay, so if you got the approach, so let's move towards our solution. Okay, let's see the solution. This is the very structured way of writing the code. Okay, in a very structured manner I have write it to explain you correctly, because this might take much time to understand this approach. Okay, but this is the optimized one, which is also on editorial. Okay, so let's see. Firstly we have initialized size of the string, then answer, here answer as a 1, because there is a minimum 1 if there is A, B and C. Sorry, not A, B and C. If there is a if there is only A is present, or it can be present that B is present. Okay, so A can always be the answer, because there is only one character which is present and their character count is also 1. Okay, so then we can have the 1, always the minimum 1 can be the answer. Okay, now we are calculating here the for only A and A, or only B or only C. Okay, so you can see that only A, only B or only C. Okay, so what we are doing here, s of I is not equal to the s of I minus of 1. If it is not equal to that, so we will consider it as a count equal to 0, or we can say it as a count equal to 1. Okay, you can do in any way. So if you get to understand, let's move forward. So now here we are maximizing our answer. If we got any of the count, which is greater than that answer, so it will store it in our maximum. Okay, now after this, okay, this is the one part where we are calculating only for A, only for B, or only for C. Okay, now our second part goes start, and okay, in this part we are initializing our prefix A, prefix B, and prefix C. So these are the count. So I have not stored it anywhere, rather I have stored it, rather I have made the variables A, B, and C and storing and calculating the answers, calculating and storing it in a map. Okay, by traversing the for loop only. Okay, so I am not storing it in any of the prefix sum. Okay, so you can store it in prefix sum also. Okay, there are many approaches you can solve it. Okay, then after that, yes, so we are making a map of AB, BC, AC, and after that, so these are the maps for this combination of the two characters only. Okay, and this is the map which is made for the combination of three characters. Okay, A, B, and C, all three characters. Okay, then in the pairs we are storing here, in this pairs we are storing here. So you can see here that we are storing here the A minus of B and pair of A minus of B and the count of C. Okay, then here B minus of C and count of A we can store here. So you can do it in by storing any of the differences. Okay, and this difference will goes on for every cell. Okay, for every character or every index. Okay, now firstly we are initializing it with the 0, because okay, we can initialize it with -1 also if we are working in the 0 based indexing, but here I am working on 1 based indexing, so that's why we have initialized it with 0. Okay, so initially all the A, B, and C are having the count as a 0, so that's why 0 minus of 0 of any of them will be 0 only. Okay, so that's why I have initialized this all. Okay, so after this, now we are incrementing A, B, or C if it is present at any of the characters. So if that character is there, so we are initializing it. Then after that, what we are finding out that if so A, B, C map is storing that, is finding out that if that A, B, C is present or not, means A minus of B, B minus of C is present already in the map or not. If that is not equal to the abc.end, means if it is present in the map, so then we will maximize this answer. Okay, means this is storing the last index. Okay, what it actually is storing in the map, the index where it was present earlier. Okay, and this is the I plus of 1 where the current A minus of B and B minus of C happens. Okay, so that same exact pair already present present earlier. Okay, so if that pair is present earlier, so we will find out that if that is the maximum one or not. Okay, means we will got the balanced pair, and we will maximize our answer with that balanced pair length. Okay, so this is containing the length of the maximum, the length of the length of the balanced pair, balanced substring. Okay, so after this, in this way, if it is not present, so we will initialize it with the I plus of 1 index. Okay, because we are here working with the 1 based indexing, so that's why I is 0. So we will assign the value as a I plus of 1. Okay, so then we will same here do for the BC, and difference will be B minus of C, and A's count we will take. Okay, that's represent that the A count should be similar to the current and the before the substring. Okay, before the substring. Okay, because we are finding out the substring which are containing only B and C, not A. Okay, here we are finding out the the substring which is containing A, B and C, all three of them with the similar count. Okay, so their count should be also be similar. Here we are finding out the substring which is containing only A and C, not B. So that's why we have to find out the prefix of the B also, which is previous to that substring. Okay, just in this case we are finding out here the A and B only. Okay, so the A and B only, and here in this one, okay, in this one, so the here in this substring none of the C is present. Okay, so that's why the C count is also very important for them. Okay, so the C count is also, we have to store it. Okay, now again after this in this A and B we are finding out. Okay, in this one we are finding out the substring which is containing only A and B, and the C count remains constant. Okay, before the substring and after ending the substring also the C count remains constant. Okay, and in this way we will count the longest substring containing A, B and C. The substring which is containing A or B or C, or A, B or B, C and A, C and A, B and C. Okay, and after counting it and after maximizing our answer, we will return it as simple as that. And if you have any of the doubts, please comment it below, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much, guys.